Hey guys, I'm Meteorologist Chris Tomer. Let's talk some mountain weather. We'll look at this weekend. We'll look into early next week and see what's lurking out there. The bottom line is the hot spot for the heaviest precip will be the Pacific Northwest, British Columbia, and western Alberta. I want to start out in Colorado. You can see the sun is out, a lot of cloud cover, and very windy. That's Loveland ski area, A Basin, very windy, all the way across the Continental Divide. And it'll be windy up there again tomorrow. So let's transition over to the radar and satellite. So I marked the storm track. That's where the jet is going to be absolutely just shuttling heavy amounts of moisture over the next probably 3 days into the Pacific Northwest, BC, and parts of western Alberta. We've got a lot of snow ahead for Banff and Sunshine and Revelstoke. I'll show you that. But you will battle a roller coaster, just up and down snow levels. And I actually blogged about that this morning. If you're curious about that, they're going to jump to about 8,000, and then they're going to fall as the storm progresses. So there's not a whole lot else. There's a little wave with some wind crossing Colorado, but this is going to be a pretty dry stretch for the lower 48 until we get to Tuesday and Wednesday, and then there's a fast-moving cold front. I'll show you that, but here's our future radar and satellite. So by the time we get to this afternoon and tonight, notice all that heavy moisture up in the Pacific Northwest moving in. And there's nothing in California, nothing in Utah, New Mexico, Arizona at all, other than some wind in Colorado with some clouds. So the Pacific Northwest, again, as that moisture comes in and the warmth off the Pacific, it's going to push the snow levels up, probably 8,000 for a period. That'll cut down on some accumulation. So the best snow is going to be mid-mountain and higher in a lot of these areas. Schweitzer will also fight a rain-snow line with this. It's fairly reasonable now, but it's going to go up and then it will come back down as the storm progresses. Okay, so that's Sunday at 5 a.m. I mean, look at all the blue that's overrunning into parts of interior BC and western Alberta. That's some pretty good snow up for those areas. Now, as we move from Sunday morning, and even a little bit kind of down into Yellowstone as well in Big Sky, but it looks very light. And by the time we get into Monday morning, look at that just straight line of precip from Whistler all the way into Banff, mainly just cloudy across the lower 48 there on Monday. Now, between Monday night, and the Tuesday morning, this front will be on the move. This is the thing. It will start to drop down into the lower 48. Watch it here. You can see it. And notice a lot of the blue starts to take over. So there's colder air filtering in. It basically becomes all snow behind this front up into parts of Montana, northern Idaho, and Banff, of course, and then BC, Whistler. The snow level comes way down. At this point, there's some snow there by Tuesday morning in Jackson, the Tetons. But I'll tell you, this thing is moving so fast, I really don't see any big snow for the lower 48. I think an inch, 2-3 inches here and there. That's kind of the pattern right now. This is just moisture starved, so there's not going to be a lot of snow with this Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. So Wednesday morning, the front is in Colorado. You can see the snow along I-70, but it's moving so fast. Again, I just don't see much more than an inch or two. I'll show you what I'm thinking between basically now and into Tuesday morning, total snowfall. The biggest numbers, as you're going to see here, are up in the Pacific Northwest. And again, you're going to have to be mid-mountain and higher to really see a lot of the better accumulations with this. So let's take a look at that. So there it is. You've got basically 1 to 2 feet from Baker up to Whistler, Blackcomb, Stevens Pass, and heavy amounts into the interior. Look at the magenta shading, the purples up there into the interior parts of BC and western Alberta. Marmot Basin, Sunshine Village, Revelstoke, Fernie. Some nice amounts of snow coming, especially if you're higher up. That's where the better snow is going to be. And then as that front comes south into the lower 48, the amounts just are not impressive. 1 to 4 inches in a lot of these places through Wyoming and Montana. 1, 2, maybe 3 down in the Wasatch, and not much. Central and northern mountains of Colorado through Tuesday 5 p.m. That's what this runs. So that's what we're looking at. And I wanted to show you one other thing. So I blogged about this morning, and let me just show you. So I always like to go into a little more depth here with some of this stuff. If you want to see some of the rain snow line tables for Whistler and Sunshine, I outlined those. And all these tables, which I'll be including from time to time, all these resorts, you can zoom, you can click on these and enlarge them. You can see, I mean, there's just very low amounts of snow here over the next 8 days. 1, 1, 1, 111 for Brack and Alta. I mean, there's just not a whole lot there. And if you want to see the raw data, I put this on here now as well. You can see the numbers that I'm working with, that I'm forecasting for each day. And I know that can be very helpful. So there you go. Subscribe to that if you find that useful. Always appreciate you tuning in here. Have a great weekend and take care.